So another one we see a whole bunch of is Google Veo 3.
Yep.
Seen that.
Yeah.
It looks, I actually think it's looking, I mean, obviously the clips I felt like that I've seen are a lot longer, but we're seeing like trailers, movie clips. I think these are ones that are going to be impacting the film industry. What's your take on Google Veo 3?
What you're really seeing is like just that it kind of is rapidly developing as a space, right?
Yeah.
Sora 2, Veo 2, Veo 3, now Veo 3.1. It is competition is happening.
Yeah.
And you're seeing kind of more people like coming like into the same space and building on each other and competing to be like the best. As much as we've seen like the amazing things we've seen on that front, Sora 2 and Veo 3.1 now, it's just getting started. And to me, that is exhilarating and terrifying.
Oh yeah.
Right? Like, and so I think that is, again, it's the theme of like, as actors, as creators, as humans, I just basically encourage people to just embrace it, to do everything that you can with it. Yeah. Because, we to be adaptive. Yeah. Right? Really, because we can't see where this is going. Yeah. But we know that this isn't going away. Well, I was talking with a guy that I was interviewing with. They were trying to hire me, and I was trying to explain how I work. And this is a guy who's very smart, very competent, kind of like in a traditional sense would be kind of on the advanced edge, edge of ability and understanding. I would explain it, and he'd be like just didn't get it clearly, and then I have to back up and explain that, and he's like, "Durr," and like I had to back up like several steps before he was like, "Oh," and I was like, "Dude, you were getting left behind, man. Come on, let's go."
Even myself, I feel like I don't know a ton, and it's kind of like people that were still getting their news by the newspaper. Yes. Now we're like, oh wow, I can get it by TV or social media, or it's like I do acting. We're seeing a lot of this kind of coming through. I was super worried.
The impact on actors is really well, and honestly, not just actors,
filmmakers, writers,
DPs, writers,
sound operator, everybody.
Gaffer.
I feel like there's a lot of like smaller stories and a lot of smaller scripts that historically would probably have been passed over or not. I feel like that was like a light of hope, but also the fact too that a lot of people, if they don't have a big studio or they don't have funds or whatever, can create some stuff on a smaller level. Yes. But I think though for actors, I think there'll always be actors. I think this stuff's going to continue to get good. But I think the thing that people need to be honing into is just get really good at your craft.
Absolutely. So I like your message of resilience, because I think that's true, right? Yeah. Like that you don't gain anything by just giving up, ever, at all, anything. Because you will find ways to use AI to make you better at your job. Yeah. And like the people who use AI and use it well, they're going to be the people who keep their jobs. One thing that occurred to me is that AI can't do live. And so I could see an emergence, a resurgence of theater,
plays,
opera,
all that.
plays, musicals, right? Like where we could see like the live performing arts, where you can't. There's something magical about being in the moment, and it's like a live thing, and the performance differs. Every night, every show.
I think like hosting, like podcasts, all that kind of stuff. I do mostly commercials, a little bit of film, and I see both of those being impacted. I think the thing for me that excites me is we can bring more ideas. For example, at Lagoon, they just retired this ride, and I was like, oh man, we should do this song. I like the ride, but it hurts my back every time, pretty much, right? So I kind of like.
You're already in your 40s now. Yeah. So I mean,
I came back and I was like, oh my goodness, dude!
Getting out of bed hurts.
I need to go visit my chiropractor. Next level. But I think like you can kind of like create something, and I think it being able to be a creative that also embraces AI, but I think there does need to be some limitations on, like, I know we talked about like image use, like with Sora 2, I didn't want my image on Sora 2 and other people using it, because you don't know exactly where it's going to go or what's going to happen.
And so you don't know pro con of that is like, because my personal perspective on that was like, I put it out there. I was like, anybody can use my image for whatever the heck they want. Yeah. I did put some reasonable limits around, like, I don't want to be associated with like certain like illicit topics or
what about stuff you don't agree with?
Like topics I don't agree with. So I kind of, in my restrictions on my Cameo, I kind of listed out specific things I didn't want to be associated with.
You suddenly become the EE guy.
That's right. Somebody made a video of me like sampling a turd that I pulled out of the bowl and being like, nice texture. Like, I mean, let's imagine a future state where they say, like, they use the law, SAG, the industry, whatever. Yeah. And there's lots of people who'd love to just shut down AI.
Oh, yeah.
And let's imagine that they actually succeed.
There's no way.
So that just means American companies would be out of business, but we would still be flooded with AI from like China, from Russia, from our adversaries, people that don't have our best interests at heart.
What is the future of AI? Where's it kind of going? Where's it heading?
It is so amazing to me, like that when you look around, it's like everything already. In 2 years, it went from like kind of a niche thing to being everywhere. Everyone using it for like, gives them value that delights them. Yeah. And it does things like people are using it for recipes, for workout plans, for travel.
I see those posts all the time where they're like, I don't even use my travel agent, or I don't even use so-and-so, or, finding flights and stuff like that. It's like AI. Yep. So I think it's definitely going to become way more used.
What I've seen is that they keep building on, while we're all doing this, then you think about how all of us are using it more and more. Yeah. And so people building apps, people building products, physical products. Yeah. Like we are all deploying AI as a force magnifier. Like instead of it being 20 years away, basically the story of AI is that instead of the timeline being 20 or 50 or 100 years from now, we're talking 5 or 10. It's like an exponential curve. It's not even like, it's probably not even more like, it's not this or this. It's probably more like the hockey stick, where it goes.
Yep.
And so what really remains to be seen is just our tolerance for change. Yeah. And so far I've been kind of amazed at our resilience in the face of change. Because it's
changing fast. Woo. Abe, dude, stud.
Yeah.
Thanks for chatting.
Yeah, man.